We're live. Hmm? Okay, there's no people here, so that I'm checking myself out to see. Like, the, the thing is to hear yourself. It's good when it comes to talking to people in a controversial way. Recording microphone, please. I will listen to this device. Testing. Can I hear myself? Hello, 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 hello. Now, so that I can hear myself talking by just opening control panel and some things out like microphone properties, and you go to and listen to this device, this microphone, so you can hear your own voice. Point. Hey, hey, someone say hey, and that's myself say hey. This is random story written by Ping. Yeah. The mysterious package. Anna was bored. She had nothing to do on a rainy Saturday afternoon. She decided to check her mail, hoping to find something interesting. She opened her mailbox and saw a large brown package with no return address. She was curious. What could send it? Could be inside. She took the package inside her apartment and opened it carefully. Inside, she found a strange device that looked like a cross between a laptop and a telescope. It had a keyboard, a screen, and a lens that could be extended. There was also a note that read, Dear Anna, this is a gift from your future self. It is a time machine that you can take you to. Ntar ya. And I was shocked. She couldn't believe what she was reading. Was this some kind of prank? Or was it really true? She decided to test it out. She types in the coordinates to various brands in the year 1789. She entered and waited. The device was made wearing sound and the screen flashed. And it was jolts and then everything went black. When she opened her eyes, she was no longer in her apartment. She was in a crowded street full of people wearing old-fashioned clothes. She smelled smoke and heard gunshots. She realized that she arrived in the middle of the French Revolution. She panicked. She didn't know what to do or where to go. She tried to find her way back to the device, but it's nowhere to be seen. Someone has may have taken it or removed it. She was stuck in the past and no way back. She ran for her life, dodging bullets and angry mobs. She had never opened the package. Ooh, that's that's good. That's good. But that's not really, really like really really good. But that's good lah. Tuh, another story written by Bing. I think Bing is quite good at writing. It's not only like what's the word says that queer. Yeah, and the chip ChatGPT is not like human like. So I think the best AI to write is Bing right now. So yeah, a next story by Bing, Lost Treasure. Jack was an adventurous boy who loved to explore. He had a map of an ancient temple that was said to contain a hidden treasure. He decided to go on a quest to find it. He packed his backpack with some supplies and headed to the jungle. He followed the map carefully, avoiding the dangers of the wild. He crossed the river, climbed a hill, and cut through some vines. He finally reached the entrance to the temple. It was a huge stone archway with carving of animals and gods. He entered cautiously, holding a flashlight. He walked through the dark corridor, admiring the statues and paintings. He saw traps and puzzles that he had to solve to proceed. He used his wits and skills to overcome them. He felt like this wasn't a video game. He reached the final chamber where the treasure was supposed to be. He saw a pedestal with a golden idol on top of it. It looked like a monkey with jewels for eyes. It was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. He ran towards it, eager to grab it. He reaches out his hand and touched the idol. Suddenly, he heard a loud rumble and saw the walls closing in. He realized that he triggered a tap. He had to get out of there fast. He grabbed the idol and ran back the way he came, dodging falling rocks and spikes, hoping to make it to the exits. He saw the archway in front of him, but it was getting smaller and smaller. He sprinted towards it, hoping to squeeze through. He made it just on time, and his temple collapsed behind him. He breathed a sigh of relief and looked at his prize. He had found the treasure. He smiled and raised it in the air. I think it just for the idol and make what is what is the building collapse temple? Yeah, uh, to sacrifice the temple just for the idol, it's not worth it. I mean, who designed the place? The designer is literally really think that idol can crumble. Temple. Yeah, let's. Can you write a story about time travel? Sam? Now, well, time travel. No, now time travel thing is very fun to write and read it. It's so good. Now, re- uh, now the text written by the Bing and the story is have a what is that headline? Not headline. Judul apa bahasa Inggrisnya? Judul ya. The judul is The Time Loop. Sam was a scientist who had invented a device that could send him back in time for 1 hour. He wanted to use it to fix his mistakes and he makes his life better. He decided to test it out on a day that had gone horribly wrong for him. Ac- He activated the device and traveled back to the morning. He had a list of things that he wanted to change. He avoided getting into a car accident, he aced his presentation at work, he bought a winning lottery ticket, he confessed his love to his crush and stopped a robbery. He felt proud and happy. He returned to the present, expecting to see the result of his action. However, he was shocked to find out that nothing had changed. Everything was exactly the same as before. He couldn't understand why. He checked the device, saw it had a malfunction. It had created a time loop that reset everything every hour. He realized he was stuck in the same day, repeating the same events over and over again. He tried to fix the device, but it's too late. He had no choice but to live the same hour for eternity. And that's a pretty cool story. Let now ask Sam how he feel about stuck in a time loop. Originally, this story is like a Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day is a nice film, 10 out of 10 for me. It's good film, nice camera quality at the time. It's only 1985, I guess I forget. So Sam probably feels like very frustrated and hopeless about being stuck in a time loop. He might also feel regretful and guilty for messing with time and causing this situation. He might wish he had never invented the device or used it to change his past. He might try to find a way break the loop and accept his fate and make the best out of it. I mean, the main character in the Groundhog Day really makes his day better just by repeating a day over and over again. I mean, like, if you were to repeat 365 days in just one day, that's self improvement. That's good improvement for you. You were like 1 year younger, but 1 year wiser. That's good. But if you want to be wiser, you don't have to be stuck in a time loop for 1 year. Wise. Uh, uh, that's that's actually good story. I remember that Doctor Strange uses nighttime to read with his soul life. It's not it's not the body, but it's the soul that reads. That's cool. I I wonder if people can do that. I'm not in mute. Right? Concurrent viewers. Chat rate 0. Views 1. I asked Bing to write me eye jokes. Here's how it is. How do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated? What? You want to hear another joke? Yes. He's searching even more jokes. Let's read The Art of Thinking together. Confirmation bias. I never understand what's the idea bit behind confirmation bias. Let me read it for you. You are the special case. Confirmation bias, part one, written by Ralph W. Gills want to lose weight. He selects a particular diet and checks his progress on the scales every morning. If he has lost weight, he pats himself on the back and considers the diet a success. If he gains weight, he writes it off as a normal fluctuation and forgets about it. For months, he lives under the illusion that the diet is working even though his weight remains constant. Gil is a victim of the confirmation bias, albeit a harmless form of it. The confirmation bias is the mother of all misconception. It is a tendency of interpret new information so that it becomes compatible with our existing theories, beliefs, and convictions. In other words, in other words, we filter out any no information that contradicts our existing views. This confirming evidence. This is a dangerous practice. Facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. Facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored, said writer Aldous Huxley. However, we do exactly that as super investor Warren Buffett knows. What the human being is best at doing is interpreting a new information so that the prior conclusion remain intact. The confirmation bias is alive and well in the business world. One example, an executive, uh, an example, an executive team decide on a new strategy. The time, the team enthusiastically celebrates any sign that a strategy is a success. Everybody looks, there see plenty of confirming evidence, while the negation to the contrary remain unseen and are likely as exceptions or special cases. They have become blind to this confirming evidence. What can you do? If the word exception crops up, prick up your ear. After it either present of this confirming evidence, it pays to listen to Charles Darwin from his youth. He set out systematically to fight the confirmation bias. Whenever observation contradicts his theory, he took them very seriously and noted them down immediately. He knew that the brain actively forgets this confirming evidence after a short time. The more correct he judged his theory to be, the more actively he looked for contradiction. The following experiments show how much effort it takes to question your own theory. A professor presented his student with the sequence number 246. They had to calculate the underlying rule that the professor had written on the back of a sheet of paper. The student had to provide the next number in the sequence, to which the professor would reply, fits the rule or do not fit the rule. The student could guess as many numbers as they wanted, but try to identify the rule only once. Most students suggested 8 to the next number, and the professor's reply fits the rule. To be sure, they tried 10, 12, and 14. The professor replied this time, fits the rule. The number concluded that the student concluded that the rule is to add 2 to the last number. The professor shook his head. That is not the rule. One shrewd student tried a different approach. Instead, stood out the number -2. The professor said, do not fit the rule. 7? 7? He asked. Fits the rule. The student tried all sorts of number. -24, 9, -43. Apparently he had an idea, and he was trying to find a flaw with it. Only when he could no longer find a counterexample. The student said, the rule is the number must be higher than the previous one. The professor turned over the sheet of paper, and it was exactly what he'd written down. What distinguished the resourceful student from the others, while the majority of students sought merely to confirm their theory. He tried to find fault with his unconsciously looking for this confirming evidence. You might think, good for him. but not the end of the world for the others. However, following the confirmation bias is not a petty intellectual offense. How it is affect our life will be revealed in the next chapter. It's only 25 minutes in the stream. I mean, a lot of things happen. Oh, I actually writing about something that I read it to. I mean, I couldn't read it. I have to read it and different videos. I'm not going to live. I'm going to make a video out of it. I'm not going to live reading it live, so that I have the content about one individual story. Maybe that one story is not that good, but that's art. Okay. Uh, Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Even though just one person who watched my stream and it was like 3 minutes or less watch my life, but it's okay. I hope you enjoy the stream as much as I did. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy the content and subscribe if you haven't already to stay updated on the future live stream. Remember, uh, stay positive, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care and goodbye. Take care and goodbye.